What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Greggy back at it again with the neckbeard. Now today we're going to be talking about something that should be old news by the time this video comes out because my scheduling is bad, and that's Call of Duty WWII Beta. Now, since this is like the 15th Call of Duty ever, I'm just going to have to explain to you if this will be worth the launch for you come launch date. So the Call of Duty formula, it's pretty simple. You make yourself a class, you jump in, you run and gun stuff. It's pretty simple. It's a really arcadey shooter. As you can see by the gameplay, it looks like Call of Duty but set in a World War II setting, and by somebody who actually did play the original World War II games, Call of Duty 2, 3, World at War, even though that came after 4. I can say this is a more modernized Call of Duty than the other World War II games in the series, and I think that's a good thing. Now this is pretty much just, good old Call of Duty World War II. You got these World War II weapons, you got some carbine-based weapons, the full auto assault rifles, SMGs, which are actually really powerful in this game, LMG sniper shotguns, and then sidearms actually really aren't that useful in this game, but we'll get to that later. They revamped the create a class system again, and now it's called like divisions, which I think is kind of weird. It's kind of like bringing in like the more class-based gameplay of the current Call of Duties, such as Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, but making it not as extreme and then making it tied into the class you choose. It replaces some of the perk systems of Yield in Call of Duties, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, for starters, SMGs are the only weapons that get suppressors, and you get that through the Airborne Division, which is more SMG based, and I don't know how to feel about that. Call of Duty, since around Modern Warfare 1 and 2, has really been about customizing the class, and there's been a lot of fine customization that has come out of it.
These people could stop being so fucking loud outside, I swear to God.
While the customization of your classes is taken away from you, I don't really know if that's a good or a bad thing. It definitely makes the player specialize a little bit more in how they make their classes, but I feel like I'm just a little samey. Besides all the perks that you get from leveling up your division, there's only like one real perk you can choose. You only get one frag type grenade thing or one tactical. You can't have both, like in Advanced Warfare, that kind of style how it was, and I didn't like that. Secondaries are absolutely piss poor unless you get, like, I think there might be a perk for that to give it attachments, but honestly the only reason I would ever do that is if I was just running like a machine pistol class, and I haven't gotten the machine pistol, so I don't know if I actually want to use it. On PC, the skill ceiling is really greater than it is on console, so there's a lot of people who can actually just aim at you a lot better. You see this in the player's movement, and I don't know if this is still the case, but higher frame rates can affect certain physics things, or at least it's how it used to be in some of the older Call of Duties. So if you have your frame rate capped, you might be a little bit of a disadvantage. I don't know. It is definitely not as extreme as it was in the Modern Warfare 1 days, where people would have keybinds so they could change their frame rate cap. Those people are insane. But since I am playing on PC, there's not gonna be an actual audience, I don't think. These games tend to drop off really fast. And since I only play this on PC, I think I have a different impression than the console players, which is where I would want to play this game if I was gonna buy it. The past couple of games, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remaster, Black Ops 3 actually does have a decent population. A lot of PC Call of Duty games just don't have a big audience, like 500 people max inside the matchmaking system. Maybe. Looking at the beta numbers for this game, though, it's been pretty high, so I do have a little bit of a higher hope, but I just think it's going to die off by like 6 months in. Not only that, the player base is going to be fragmented by whatever season pass system they try to implement, so, regular Call of Duty. But the weapons are kind of fun. I haven't had this much fun with weapons in Call of Duty for a while, and that's coming from somebody who has, again, played all these games, and Black Ops 3 was the last one I really enjoyed. Maybe it's just the skin, but I think that running around with my SMG actually feels a lot more fun than it did in the past. The DMR carbine type weapons are really fun to play with. I love just melting people with 2 shots and with a 4X if I can fucking get one. Sniping in Call of Duty is sniping. You're either going to be quick scoping or you're going to be head glitching people. And, you know, it's fun getting a headshot, especially when you don't have that aim assist on PC like you do on console. But I thought they got rid of the aim assist on snipers, so I could be wrong. Who knows? This is the first Call of Duty since Black Ops 2 where I felt like I could use shotguns, and that's a really fun thing because I love just running up on people, point blank, blast them in the face. LMGs, I just don't play with them. They don't feel like they have a purpose, even with the bipod and all the places where you can put it on the map. Oh, and almost all the maps that I've played on, at least from my memory, have some sort of mounted machine gun on them. So if you were into just like standing at one spot and potentially getting ripped to shreds if you're not looking in the right place, but just ripping through people, it's really fun. Grenades actually feel powerful in this game, which I think is why they made them only either a regular grenade or a tactical, so you have to choose. But you only get one, and that sucks. In the reintroduction of war mode into the series, this is actually my first time playing a war mode style thing in Call of Duty, and the kind of like sectioned off parts of the map and then like you switch places. I find that interesting. I've only played one match, so I don't know if there's multiple maps that were in the beta, so, you know, take that for a grain of salt. I do think there's only one, but that one's really fun, and almost all the weapons are usable on that, especially snipers and the like carbine single shot weapons. All in all, if I was going to recommend this game to somebody, I would recommend it on console, just because I don't think the PC player base is going to be that high. I could be wrong, but if you are going to buy it on PC, I might just wait a little bit, see if the player numbers stabilize after like the first week. It's almost every Call of Duty after Black Ops 2 has sold piss poor on PC, so just buy it on your favorite console. Xbox One and PS4 are going to have healthy player numbers for sure. I don't know how Infinite Warfare is doing, but I wasn't really a big fan. I just hit the mic. I don't know how Infinite Warfare is doing on consoles. It's probably doing decent, but I just haven't touched it all that much. I just think that this Call of Duty is going to be the best performing one in a while. And it might just be Activision trying to get another Black Ops 2 moment where Call of Duty's on top of the world, or at least just doing really fucking fantastic, a really steady growth game over game. But who knows? All I know is if you're into Call of Duty or you want to try and jump back into Call of Duty, I think this is going to be a great place for you to jump in. If you haven't touched any of like the Exosuit Advanced Movement games, this is a decent Call of Duty. It's probably my favorite one since Black Ops 2. But that could all change when the game actually comes out. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. So will it be worth the launch for me? Maybe not on PC, maybe on console. If I do get it on console, you'll hear from me when it comes out. Call of Duty's Call of Duty, you know, you either like it, you don't like it, and while this does feel like a little bit of a new skin, I actually think it's a really decent skin because the guns all feel nice to me. They all feel a little bit different, and I can't tell what they're supposed to be a copy of from the previous game. It's a simplification of Call of Duty, at least compared to what Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare have tried, so kudos to you, Sledgehammer. So if you want to hear me talk about actual games in the future, please hit that head. It's somewhere over here. Check out one of the videos on the side, 1v1. I recommend 1v1, YouTube recommends. Check out all the links down below. That's where you can find me and all my other places. My name's gregandcin. My great-grandfather's KD was better than yours.